How about now? Okay, that's weird. I changed nothing. How about now? Okay. Okay, I heard myself, so now... Okay, that's weird. I had changed no settings, and apparently it had decided, nope, you're gone. Alright, well. That's annoying, but oh well. That means nobody heard the explanation early. Yeah, we're doing Lost Hurrah for Valkyria Chronicles. Ah, god damn it. I did the whole spiel and so much explanation about it all. And I think we're just shy of actually getting through this. How's that possible? What? Why is it being so difficult today? Okay, how many shots would I need? I would have needed way too many. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well. What we're doing today is I'm gonna have to explain them is, even though I said we were going to not play this anymore, I wanted to actually do what I said and do the whole, oh, we are not making it past that tank already. I don't know if this lets us cap it is the problem. I don't know if the tank needs to be gone. Yeah, I have things I have to do today, so I couldn't really do a full stream. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. We'll just do a quick, Come on, really? I just needed her to get a little bit closer. Oh, I didn't save after we finished. God damn it. Ah, we're not gonna get the same with the Musad again. There's no way we get the shot where he killed both of them. Yeah. Just gonna do it faster then. I don't know if this gives us less experience. Thanks for notifying me, Wolfie. I didn't think anything would have changed from me not doing any changes to OBS since yesterday. Okay, I can't really do that one. This one, I'm pretty sure I can do in one go. Thank you, thank you. But yeah. I'm just gonna do this, then we're gonna read. I'm glad I was notified, because I was gonna read all the lore stuff, and if I was just gonna have a stream where there was me not even reading the fucking lore stuff, it was just muted, that would have been real sad, honestly. If I do all the reading and then it's like nothing. I don't think we need anything else. I'm gonna bring the sniper in the offense, but I think we only really need the Edelweiss and to drive a couple of times. Alright, let's see if win it, and second, if we get enough experience to actually level up the final class to hit level 20. And this time I'll save before I do all the stuff so I don't have to finish the fucking map again. Edelweiss, move. Make a path for the scout. probably gonna use Alicia, since she actually has some durability compared to Nancy, who has none.
味方がやられた。お前ら気をつけろ。発見した。戦友が交戦中。応援隊。
Believe we get within range.
よし行くぞ。敵発見。発見した。発見した。敵発見。慎重に進め。
There we go, that should be most of it. I think we now can just leg it with Alicia. Wait, did I make the... oh, okay. Doesn't really matter. Right. Hopefully Alicia gets her proc for either at least resist crossfire so she can run without taking damage. Secondly, just good. Resist crossfire, exactly what we need. Ah, damn, can't hit it from here. That's unfortunate. Just because it's funny to do this. There we go. Yay, mysterious body. Full heal. Go, Alicia, go. Yay, undodgeable shot. Because as we all know, these anti-tank cannons are real good at dodging. Okay, resist crossfire. Good. And kill it. There we go, and we win. So yeah, getting this, we're leveling everybody to level 20, and then we started reading lore. And then I have to end early because I have things I have to do today. So I couldn't do a long stream, which is why we're not starting a new game, because it would be kind of boring to start a new game and only play it for an hour. So better to just do some final stuff in this game and do the thing where I actually read the lore, which I said I would do. Hopefully we don't have to read the lore for the characters we already did read. No, though. And hopefully all the lore remain. If the lore is all gone now, that's kind of sad. Yay, everybody has mastered their class. Everybody's level 20.
おめでとう。諸君らは厳しい訓練に耐え抜き、ガリアが誇る最精鋭の兵士と相なった。
Yeah, true elites.
諸君らが重ねた努力は英雄の武君にも劣らぬ。コーデリア姫より勲章を賜るがよい。
Yay.
ウェルキン・ギュンター少尉。貴君も部下と苦労を共にし、よく頑張った。
Nice.
その成長には目覚ましいものがあった。指揮官として必要なものを多く習得したことと思う。
Thank you, Mr. Drill Instructor.
私は諸君らを指導できたことを何よりも誇りに思う。
I'll make you proud.
ガリアの未来は諸君ら一人一人の双肩にかかっている。
Will do.
だが諸君らならきっとそんなものなど軽々と担ってしまうものと私は信じている。
Good, yeah.
ガリアに栄光あれ。諸君らの武運を祈る。
Thanks. Yeah.
おめおめと負けて帰ってきたらそのケツを蹴り上げるからな。
Oh no, we don't want that. Hi, neat. There we go. We get the medal for it. Oh, no? Okay, I guess we don't. Either that or we have to leave here it has to update. So we leave into book mode again. There we go, alright. Now we can go to the headquarters and get the medal. Again, it's like we're leaving the facilities and we take a step out and like, hey, oh wait, you got that. Please come back in. Yay, medal. We're close to having all the achievements. This one had like 2% completion or something. Nobody bothered leveling everybody to 20. Probably more people who finished the game on the PlayStation, whichever PlayStation this came out on. So yeah, we got ourselves another medal, Order of the Golden Wings. Nice. There we go. Alright, so, let's see, do we have all the personnel still? It does be looking like that. Alright, that's a lot of things to go through just on this page, but as I said, now this will be the final part of the game. We will be reading this, and then I'm just gonna end the stream. Regardless of how long this takes, it will be a short stream. I just do not have time to do a full stream today, unfortunately. I wish I did, but I can't. There are so many things I need to make sure I also rest up enough between. So I just we're doing this and then calling it. Alright, but this should still be a lot. But if you're not interested in hearing this, just click off video now or leave the stream probably. There's not going to be much unless you want to listen to me talking about it. There's no more action. There is no more shenanigans. It's just reading all the new lore that we have. So welcome, Alicia. Welcome. Oh wow. He really filled in his page, didn't he? Lieutenant Age 22, son of the... Let's see... He's credited with discovering... Will not worry... Over the course of the war, he has grown increasingly aware of his feelings for Alicia. Okay, so... Probably only need to read, like, the last few lines. It looks like they only add downwards. We'll read it all. No, we'll read the new stuff. I'm not sure. I didn't actually plan if I was gonna read everything or if we're gonna read just the new. It will be so weird if I just read the new stuff. Plus, I don't remember where exactly everything stopped. Lieutenant Age 22, son of the late EV1 here General Billigan Gunther and leader of Squad 7. While attending university, his focus lay in animal sociology. In secondary military education, he chose tank operation at university officer training. In addition, he earned credentials as tank commander. Lover of nature since childhood, his free time was spent observing animal and plant life near his home. He's credited with discovering 6 new insect species. He is peaceful by nature. He will not, however, hesitate to defend the ones he loves, such as his dark-skinned sister, who often faces harsh discrimination. Over the course of the war, he has grown increasingly aware of his feelings for Alicia, whose friendship has become an important part of his life. Well, they married, so yeah. Sergeant, age 19, Squad 7 Scout. While a team captain in the Brule Town Watch, she also worked as a live-in apprentice at the local bakery. In light of her experience both from the Town Watch and her military education, she was appointed as a non-commissioned officer posted to her Squad 7. A country girl, she saw no shortage of physical exercise in her youth, building a physique with exceptional resilience to injury that's the envy of her squad. Born of unknown parentage and raised in an orphanage, she was unaware of her heritage until a bullet wound in Nagir woke the Valkyrian blood within her. Unable to accept her nature, she planned to sacrifice herself in order to destroy the Marmota, but it was dissuaded by Welkin's heartfelt admission of love. Aww. That was not new. Faldio Lansat, Lieutenant age 23, tank commander and leader of Squad 1, an archaeology student at the same university as Velkin. His knowledge of history is considerable. His secondary and university military education earned him an officer's rank and credential as a tank commander. He is also trained as a staff officer. Born as a Rangreaser, he personified blithe charm and gregarious warmth. In Welkin's words, every girl on campus knew him by name and by reputation. Strong opinions concerning fashion led him to submit a redesign idea for the Gallian military uniform. It was rejected for being impossibly florid. In a selfless effort to end the war and redeem his tarnished name, Faldio joined Imperial Commander Maximilian in death aboard an exploding Marmota. 3rd Regiment captain and direct superior to Vulcan, she is one of the most feared yet respected officers in the Gallian military. Hey, Macarena. Age 35, unmarried, drafted during EV1. She joined Gallia's militia as a sniper, electing to remain in the military after the war's end. Her work ethic quickly saw her promoted, an avid reader. Her private quarters are a sea of books ranging from economic treatises to children's literature. One local bookshop owes her its livelihood. During EV1, she and Largo were posted to the same squad. They were both decorated after one operation saw them defeat 5 enemy tanks on their own. Lust for revenge for a slain lone Frederick drove her to remain in the militia until, moved by Largo's words, he was able to lay her past arrest. Largo Potter. Sergeant, age 36, Squad 7 Lancer. Since his initial conscription during EV1, he has survived countless missions, making him the most experienced of the Sevens. Believing that frontline experience is everything, he has consistently rejected all offers of promotion and continued his career as a foot soldier. Reprimanded for the unlicensed planting of vegetables on army property, though the fruits of his labor earned accolades from foodies across the base. He enlisted at the same time as Eleanor Verrett, and the two were posted to the same squad. Their vastly divergent views soon had them engaging in epic quarrels. Largest heartfelt promise to stand by Verrett and protect her for all time was enough to thaw her frozen heart, warped by 2 decades of spent seeking vengeance. Rosie. We get to start. Corporal, age 27, Squad 7 Shock Trooper, formerly a bartender and songstress. She still bears the nickname Rosie, given to her by the bar-going regulars. Despite her education with her military training, ending at the middle school level, experience with her Hound Watch earned her the rank of corporal. Her hobbies include cards, which she picked up while working at her bar job. She often played Faldio, winning 10 games to his 5. After losing her family in an Imperial Darkson hunt that hit her village as a child, she grew up blaming the Darkson and hated them well into adulthood. Though through her interaction with and sudden separation from Isara, Rosie was able to move beyond her prejudice and understand the true importance music held to her. Aww. Sokka. Sergeant, age 33, joined Squad 7 as a tank commander in charge of the Shamrock following the militia's liberation of Folsom. Born the son of a poor family of darks and laborers, he worked in a Folsom factory from a young age, picking up a broad knowledge of machines and weaponry. Accustomed to closing one eye to aid in making fine observations at his factory job, he often squints his right eye out of habit, despite his 20/20 vision. Despite his often grim countenance, Sokka has a kind, gentle heart. Much of his free time in labor camps was spent entertaining the children. After the war's end, he dedicated his life to assisting Darkson displaced by Hunt. In particular, he worked to aid war orphans while still in the militia. Kreis. Private First Class, age 20, a mechanic working in the militia's R&D facility. His primary responsibilities included weapon maintenance and repairs. Called to enlist while working a factory job in his hometown after middle school. He was initially so homesick he reports once attempting to go AWOL to return. The owner of a legendary sweet tooth, he had 3 heaping tablespoons of sugar to his hot milk. Co-workers say he keeps chocolate hidden on him at all times. After Isara's death, he requested to be posted to Squad 7, where newly appointed to the rank of corporal, he followed in her footsteps as the Edelweiss pilot. After receiving the late Isara's tools from Welkin when he joined the squad, Kreis has doubled his effort to become a skilled engineer in her image. You did good, Kreis. You did good. Private First Class, Leon Schmidt, age 20. A member of the militia's R&D team, his chief task lay in development of new weapons. Despite entering a secondary tech school with promising grades, his freewheeling nature soon prompted him to withdraw and wander Gallia until the war broke out. His insistence on testing everything he developed resulted in quality work and one instance of him accidentally driving a full bore into a civilian home. Entrusted with outfitting the Shamrock, Leon soon converted Sokka's tank into a reflection of his own personality, quick and flighty as a bird. Through his work on various vehicles, he gradually became interested in driving and often tried his hand at the wheel of anything he could find in the hangar. Neat. Hans! More Hans lore! This is the most important lore in the game, everybody! Male Porcavian, age 1, a special member of Squad 7 following a chance meeting in Cloden Wildwood. His rank is Private 3rd Class according to Alicia. Though small for a Porcavian, he boasts impressive agility and jumping ability. He also appears to be intelligent enough to understand human words and emotions. Perhaps in an effort to mimic the other members of Squad 7, he chained himself through running and wrestling with Largo in between combat operations. Most at home, nestled into a snug space, he often attempted to bury his way into Isara's shawl or Alicia's scarf, much to the lady's displeasure. Though Porcavians are widely thought to be incapable of flight, more than one witness has claimed to have seen Hans fluttering about in the late night sky. Fly, Hans, fly! You can do it, we believe. Show the world what you can do, little pig friend. Cordelia G. Rangris. Current heiress to the Rangri line of archdukes who rule the nation. At the age of 16, she stands as figurehead of Gallia and sign of the Valkyr. The death of her parents, the former Archduke and Duchess of Gallia, left her heiress to the throne, though her young age has precluded her coronation as yet. Reported to be a bright and cheery girl while her parents lived, the appointment of Moritz von Berg as a regent marked an end to all outward shows of emotion. Accomplished ballerina, trained since early childhood, her skill is said to be enough to bewitch the audience, though opportunities to witness it are rare. Reminded of her pride and duty as ruler through her interactions with Welkin, she elected to turn and face her people with selfless candor and sincerity. Nice. PM Borg is dead. Good. Marquis, head of the House Borg and Prime Minister of Gallia, age 68. He currently acts as regent to the young Princess Cordelia, handling affairs in her stead. As heir to the noble house with roots back to medieval times, Borg long played an active role in politics, often clashing with the Archduke's progressive views. Upon the Archduke's demise, he led the aristocracy in a takeover, becoming Prime Minister. His policies since have benefited the nobility exclusively. The unusual curls he sports are said to denote Habsburg's master, with their size representing his grandeur. He keeps a team of 5 stylists on retainer. As part of the plot for controlling of Gallia, Borg served as a spy for the Empire. As of ages for his treachery, Imperial Commander Maximilian had Borg executed, as he deserved. Fucking Damon as well. General, age 54, born into a family with long history of military service. He now commands the Central Gallian Force, including the militia. He rose to his post as commander thanks to Borg's recommendation. Exceptionally proud of his noble birth, he considers the commoner militiaman disposable. Though the success of his grandfather as a general helped him rise through the ranks with uncommon speed, rumors about that he lacks the requisite competence. No, what now? While he was among the chain of up-and-coming officers Damon brought home as potential suitors for his daughter, was soon rejected for his low birth. Shortly after the fall of the citadel of Gerlandio, Damon fell victim to the massive explosion caused by Imperial General Saveria. Bless. Good. Yes. I'm very happy he died. He deserved it. Martha... There was new info here. Age 38, nanny to the Gunther family like her mother before her, she helped raise Welkin and Isara since birth, as well as 5 of her own children. Presence in the Gunther house since she herself was a child, Martha became a surrogate parent and a source of assurance to the orphan Welkin. Isara, after vacating Brule, she moved to the capital with her family. Concern for Welkin and Isara eventually drove her to take up work at the militia mess hall. Oh, that's nice of her. Martha's baby. Martha's son, born inside the Edelweiss on the day Brule fell to the Empire. He is Martha's 5th child, and asked to be the child's godfather. Welkin offered wishes that he grow as tall and strong as a Gallian willow. Naming the child after the genus Salix, Martha's husband, a landscaper, planted a Gallian willow in Brule to commemorate their son's birth. Both tree and child are now growing by leaps and bounds. Yay! Drill instructor! New information of our best man! Sergeant, age 48. Chief drill instructor at the militia training grounds. His stern countenance and harsh words haunt the dreams of soldiers near and far. During EV1, he fought in the front lines as a daredevil lancer. His impressive record won him recognition and the role of instructor for new recruits. His quick temper and blunt nature has earned him the nickname Ramrod. His full name is Calvaro Rodriguez. A powerful name. Belgian. Welkin's late father, widely regarded as a great hero for his contribution to preserving Gallia's independence during the First European War. His friendship with Professor Thymer was supposedly so close that even the typically taciturn Gunther talked of a storm when the two were together. He left the military to return to Brule after the war. There he lived out his days surrounded by family and nature until disease quietly claimed his life. Aww, that's sad. Thymer, Isara's biological father and the gifted Darkson inventor who contributed much to furthering Gallian technology. He built the Edelweiss for his friend after EV1, though the owner of an uncommon talent and author of several brilliant theses, his Darkson heritage prevented him from working at the major industrial firms, continued to innovate after the war's end until a sudden accident claimed his life, leaving his infant daughter Isara behind him. Yeah. Frederick, Gallian militiaman and lower to Eleanor Varret. He fell prisoner to the Empire during EV1 and was killed under torture administered by Imperial Georges Geld. Perpetually calm and intellectual type, he offered support and restraint to his hot-headed childhood friend Largo. A love of animals, he hoped to become a veterinarian. Talk about the pet cat he had left behind led Frederick and Barrett to become friends and ultimately lovers. Aww. Isara, the baby Isara! Welkin and Alicia's daughter, look at her, she's adorable! Daughter of Welkin and Alicia, named for Welkin's late sister. Every bit Vilken's daughter, she loved nature since birth. She once gave Alicia a rare grass centipede as a present. The gift literally bowled her mother over. Always quick to mimic her mother, Isara is almost always seen in the matching uniform Alicia made her, doing her best to help out to the bakery. She's such a good girl. Just like her aunt. Alex Raymond. Squad 7 Shock Trooper, age 17. His leap before you look, brashness, and flight to carefree nature has earned him the name Bird among his friends in the squad. A fan of any spot with a clear view, he was known for dropping everything to climb tall trees he came across. Boyce's tales of sky always captivated him. He set out together with his new friends to find the life in the sky he dreamed of since he was a young boy. His parting words were, "I'm off to be a real bird." That's the last thing we heard about from Alex, guys. He ran off and tore his clothes off and said, "I can fly!" And then he jumped off a hill. It was very sad, but at least he was free. Hannes. Squad 7, Shock Trooper, age 31. Born in a richly wooded part of southern Gallia, he enlisted immediately upon hearing his hometown was in the path of danger. Having grown up self-sufficient, he is strong in both body and spirit, and used to wearing hot, heavy gear. He prefers to walk around barefoot and shirtless. After saving the daughter of a well-off merchant from ruffians, he took on work as the family's butler. His inability to fix tea properly keeps him up at night. Oh no! Oh, he became a butler? Neat. Vice. Squad 7 Shock Trooper, age 17. Together with Aika, he roams the globe seeking new venture. Rumor has it he hails from a nation far removed from Mariupa's shores. Bleak circumstances only excite him all the more, and luckily he has an iron will to see him through. Once he starts talking about the sky, he doesn't stop. He left the militia for parts unknown on a new adventure. No galleon has seen him ever since. He boarded a ship at a sleepy quay, shrouded in a morning fog. Good luck to you, Vice. Evie. Squad 7 Shock Trooper, age 17. A self-proclaimed actress growing up in a tiny rural town, she was quite the starlet. Though proud, she lacks coping skills, unable to forgive anyone who draws the public's eye away from her. She feels a strong and one-sided sense of rivalry against Rosie, Squad's top trooper. Upon hearing of Rosie's success singing, she tried to become an even bigger star, only to find she was tone deaf. She is now trying to become a real actress. Oh no, poor Edie. Tone deaf, oh no. Jane Turner, a florist. Squad 7 Shock Trooper, age 27, a florist in Brule until the Imperial invasion destroyed her shop. Ever since, she has fostered a deep hatred for the Empire. Any hesitation she may have felt on the battlefield soon gave way to feelings of pleasure of defeating Imperials. She began to take the front lines by choice. She stayed on after the war to train new recruits with a drill instructor, even stricter than he. Soldiers now whisper the name Sadistic Jane with reverence. Oh boy. Well, good for her. Yeah, I'm sure nobody's mad about that. Hi, Musad. Musad Mayfield. Squad 7 Scout, age 43. Enlisted upon hearing news of fellow ruler Velkin's successes. Haughty by nature, his words and actions often reflect his hubris. To some extent, his pride is merited. In EV1, his skill at trench warfare earned him the title of hero among Gallians and that damn mole among his enemies, leaving only observation. My place has only ever been on the fields of war. He disappeared from Gallia. His current whereabouts are unknown. Godspeed, Musad. Make us proud wherever you are. No, sir. Didn't really use you. Squad, I don't think we used you. You're just... Okay, yeah, you have just the baseline. Squad 7 Scout, 819. Like Alicia, he worked as a team captain in the Brule Town Watch. His hobbies include writing and performing songs. Good for you. Nancy Dufer. Squad 7 Scout, age 15. Her life on the family farm led her to grow up rather sheltered. She often enjoyed holing up in stables with animals. It makes tripping over her own 2 feet look easy. On the farm, she once dropped a basket containing 100 fresh eggs. Her father nearly exploded. A pioneer in the raising of long-haired mules, she had ordered for the warm, soft wool pouring in until she left the pen gate unlocked and they wandered off. Well, at least the mules are free. Frisha York. Squad 7 Scout, age 18. Called Dancer of the Sands, she roamed the desert as an entertainer until the Empire's attack killed business, driving her to enlist. Having lost her parents at an early age, she grew up footloose and fancy-free. As a result, she is unused to other people counting on her, which she finds taxing. When a wealthy merchant offered to marry her, she replied that she would never be tied down to any man. She has continued life as a traveling dancer ever since. Oh, good on you, Frisha. You show them what you can do on your own. Nils Starner. Squad 7 Lancer, age 29. The denizen of the capital city's seedy underbelly. His was a solitary life. He remained undefeated through countless turf wars. Burly, rugged, and stoic, he's had more than a few ladies approach him, but none have yet managed to sway him from his lone wolf ways. A long chain of turf battles ultimately saw him reign at the peak of Gallia's underworld, enforcing his own code of honor in concert with the government. Nils became the big dog of the underworld, huh? Cool. Yoko Martins. Squad 7 Lancer, age 37. She ran a well-loved Rangrese eatery until donating all the food in a larder to refugees one day and joining the militia. Larder's resemblance to her ex-husband causes her to avoid him as she searches elsewhere for a man to act as a father to her one son. The war's end saw the reopening of her shop where she later met and married a regular 10 years her junior and bore twins. The whole family now helps cook. Ah, okay, that's good. That's nice. Elise. More. Squad 7 Lancer, age 17, she was raised by a father, a fencing instructor to the nobility, who recommended she enlist as a way to harden her psyche. Generally laid back, it often takes her a while to build up steam. Once she gets going, however, she has the tenacity and staying power to master nearly anything. Granted a post in Princess Cordelia's royal guard in light of her successes in the battlefield on EV2, she now spends her days guarding Castle Rangrese. Wow! She got a real good job! Fucking royal guard? I'm pretty sure that's decently paid. Dallas White. Squad 7 engineer, age 15. As a product of girls' school for the well-off, she dreams of life surrounded by flowers and shuns the unrefined company of men. Quick to develop crushes on the strong women around her, she soon fell hard for Alicia, whom she proceeded to follow around like a puppy dog. Though news of Alicia's marriage struck her hard, she soon awoke to a newfound appreciation for Rosie's untamed allure and began following her around instead. Ah, that's nice. Alicia got married, damn it. You know, Rosie doesn't look that bad. It's time to stalk somebody else. Ramsey Clement. Squad 7 engineer, age 21. Her love for tinkering with machines saw her enroll in a technical university. There she began work on developing new weapons. Often careless, the machines she works on have a tendency to break down easily. She set out to create a firearm that required no maintenance, but got bored. She took a cushy job at a major weapons firm, but one too many malfunctions got her fired. Since then, she's been back to work on maintenance-free weapons. Good for her. You work on that for you. Cesare Regard, who for some reason disappeared. Squad 7 Sniper, age 23. Always looking out for number 1, he elected to become a sniper in order to keep himself safely removed from the front lines. His home in small village in Barius. Out of pure boredom, he once tried to scale some nearby ruins as a child and fell. He's feared heights ever since. While climbing a tree to capture a rare bird rumored to sell for thousands, he fell again. The head trauma erased both his memory and his cynical personality. Ew! Is that why he's gone? Did he forget that he's part of the squad? Catherine O'Hara. Squad 7 Sniper, age 35, an EV1 veteran. She didn't hesitate to enlist again to fight for her people. She holds the bond of friendship above all else. Ever since an ammo shortage left her to helplessly watch an ally get killed, she has felt extremely anxious without a loaded weapon close at hand. Tired of the ceaseless fighting of man, she chose a hermit's life deep in the mountains. She passes her days in peace, wishing for an end to war everywhere. Wow. She was just like, no, I'm done. Medic. Squad 7 Medic, age 17. Responsible for securing and treating Squad 7's wounded, she's well loved for her gentle touch and selfless dedication. Actually, a set of triplets named Mina, Gina, and Fina, all of whom currently militia medics. They are often seen socializing with Vice and Nika, stating that there were countless people the world over who needed their help. The triplets departed Gallia together with their newfound friends. Ah. Maximilian. General, age 29, Imperial Prince and Commander of the Empire's invasion of Gallia. Set to grant opportunities to talented subordinates regardless of social rank, he's also known to ruthlessly dispose of anyone useless to his purpose. Though born as the Crown Prince, his mother's low station precluded his rise into legitimacy within the court, and he was relegated to prince status. His habit of carrying a knife for self-protection grew into a rich collection. His private quarters now holds a display of hundreds of ornamental blades. Maximilian's ambitions for dominion over all of Europa and revenge against the Empire died along with him, swallowed in the flames of the falling Marmota. Selvery. Less. Brigadier General, age 22, member of the Triumvirate under Maximilian's direct command and a leader of the Empire's invasion of Gallia. Undefeated since she began work as one of Maximilian's commanders, her forays into the nations around the Empire have struck with the force of a tidal wave. After being identified as a Valkyria in her early childhood, she was held at an Imperial research facility and used as a test subject in their experiments. Severia enjoyed cooking as a meditative exercise and strove to capture the taste of her mother's cooking that lingered within her memories. Vested at Ghirlandaio, she sacrificed herself to call forth the Valkyria's final flame, completely eradicating the citadel with her. She likes cooking, she's perfect! General Jaeger. Major General, age 36, member of the Triumvirate under the Maximilian's direct command, and a leader of the Empire's invasion of Gallia. Previously a general for his homeland, the Kingdom of Freald, until it was lost in an Imperial invasion in EV1, to which he himself also fell prisoner. Freed by Maximilian, he agreed to lend the young commander his keen eye for strategy in exchange for a promise that Freald would be restored its autonomy. Decisive and level-headed, he ascribes to a knightly code of honor that has him show respect even to his foes. He often faces Gregor across the chessboard. He disappeared into the flames after the Gallian militia breached his defenses at the Great Vassal Bridge, never to be seen or heard from again. Well, I guess he's still free then. Captain Geld. Captain, age 43. Though his unparalleled cruelty often disgusted even his peers, his undeniable results soon saw him rise to command his own Imperial regiment. A sadist to the core, he experienced a euphoric high when inflicting pain upon others, a habit that only intensified as he obtained increasing authority. His torture of prisoners, including civilians, ultimately provoked the ire of Imperial Commander Maximilian, who promptly ordered him executed. Yeah, he deserved that, the fucking bastard. Right, that was all the personnel stuff. We don't have too much new stuff here because we get new weapons instead of constant upgrades to each of them. So, the Room. A military rifle, specialty gun crafted by an arsenal under the Emperor's direct command and in conjunction with CM Corp. It mirrors the accuracy of a sniper rifle with a powerful heavyweight machine gun. Its muzzle dampening system and drum-shaped magazine together yield a fearsome rapid-fire performance. Quite rare, Valkyria Bless was the only member of the Gallian invasion force to possess one, named Glory. This weapon was granted to her directly by Maximilian as a reward for her service. Ah, no wonder it hit so hard. Fucking machine gun sniper rifle? What the fuck? How does that even work? VBFV. Military Flamethrower. This flamethrower attachment was created specifically to combat enemies hidden in trenches and concrete bunkers. Though flamethrowers did exist in EV1, they all took the form of black-mounted Dragnite tanks. This form made a long-term operation difficult and required the user to stand, making them an easy target for enemy fire. Machine gun-mounted pressurized fuel cells alleviated these issues, allowing users to engage in a normal firearm combat till the need for the flamethrower arose. Neat. Lupus Regiment, the upgraded Lupus. This later form of the Lupus, made on the Jaeger's direction, covered in its radiator a weak point common to all tank models with extra plating. In addition to weighing the tank down considerably, this design bore a strong risk of overheating when operated for an extended period of time. Jaeger overcame that flaw by operating the vehicle near his platoon's camps, where auxiliary cooling measures could be taken while attacking the enemy. It sure did. Dromedarius. This upgrade to a heavy-class Imperial tank was made for limited scaled combat. With arms like a turret flamethrower and incendiary mortar, it was primarily made to combat infantry units. The decision to utilize these tanks and Nagier precipitated a round of upgrades that enhanced the drive system and upped the engine's overall output. Neat. And the Tank Destroyer. Originally developed as a self-propelled artillery unit, the addition of a drive system similar to that used in Imperial heavy tanks saw it reborn as a tank destroyer. Equipped with an anti-tank cannon based on anti-aircraft weapon redesigns with exceptional armor-piercing capabilities, it became the bane of the Federation. This highly useful design soon took the field not just with armored squadrons, but as an escort for foot soldiers. Right. And glossary. This is probably... okay. These are usually a little bit longer though. Various Ruined Sanctum. Undiscovered until quite recently, the Various Temple hides within an inner sanctum, thought to be accessible only to descendants of the Valkyrie. The interior takes the form of a massive spiral staircase, winding down over 50 meters below the surface, around a large column. Along the outer wall, further writings etched in a ceremonial script detail the truth behind the War of the Valkyrie. As immigrants from the north with advanced Dragnite technology, the Valkyrie easily defeated the indigenous Darkson and succeeded in the conquest of Europa. The Various Temples served to disseminate a false history to the masses, while the truth of what happened was passed down to their descendants alone. What a bunch of bastards. Nagar Plains. Few areas within Gallia have been the grounds for more battle through history than the sweeping Nagar Plains, found in the nation's northeastern region. As the object of several border disputes between the Empire and Gallia, this area saw warfare so frequent that today only a few scraggly patches of grass remain to cover the divid-ridden red clay soil. Trenches dug during EV1 also remain, crisscrossing the region in a complex network of deep scars. Man, a poor place. The Darkson hunts. A common term for systematic capture of Darksons, practiced most frequently in Eastern Europa, continuing the long history of prejudice and persecution against Darksons that dates back to the War of the Valkyr. The Imperial Army often staged hunts. Captives were alternatively used as slaves or simply executed. Hunts are performed by dedicated squads whose sole job is to scour settlements both within the Empire and abroad for Darkson captives. The increased need for labor brought on by the onset of war saw hunts grow both more frequent and violent. Victims were sent to live and work in inhumane squalor at any of the several concentration camps across Europa. Hey boy. Uncomfortable thinking, but hey. House Rangri's secret. The original ancestors of House Rangri were actually a powerful clan of Darkson natives who had ruled portions of Europa before the Valkyrie invasion. When the Northerners arrived, this clan chose to betray the race by aiding in the Valkyria conquest. In return, the Valkyrie granted the clan a city-state to rule, today's Rangris, and made them the Valkov's keepers. The Darkson traders subsequently claimed to be Valkyrie themselves, writing their betrayal out of history. Valkov was sealed away as the pillar of a castle tower, while the truth about House Rangris was buried even more thoroughly over the centuries of ruthless suppression of any knowledge about historical events. Huh. Really didn't want anybody to know. Now it's out there. Marmota. Giant-ass fortress, built to Maximilian specifications in a joint effort with an Imperial Navy. This vehicle blurs the line between tank and battleship in a new class called the Terrestrial Dreadnought. 4 engines and 2 propellers work in parallel to power this behemoth, allegedly developed as a mobile platform for the Valkov. An experimental artificial Valkyria apparatus is said to have been installed at the rear of its main deck. Yeah, I wonder what that did. Valkyria historical truth. The ancient Valkyr invaded Europa from the northern lands known to be exceptionally rich in Ragnite, engaged the indigenous Darkson population in unprovoked combat, and ultimately subjugated them. Skilled in the use of Ragnite and genetically able to unleash the latent power within it, they used the Valkov to incinerate cities and crush the Darkson defenses. In order to justify their actions, the Valkyrs shifted blame for devastating the continent onto the Darkson people. They authored a history in which they were Europa's saviors, using that as a basis for authoritarian rule. Much remains unknown about the Valkyr, including their origins and the basis of their preternatural powers. The Valkov, a massive lance-form weapon believed to have been used by the Valkyr during their ancient war of conquest. Its core, said to be composed entirely of highly refined Ragnite, was capable of emitting an extremely destructive beam of light. After the War of the Valkyr, the spear was sealed away inside the central tower of Castle Rangri and written out of existence. Studies performed after EV2 have suggested that the Valkov may have been mounted on a massive ark when used in ancient times. If true, knowledge of that ark may have informed the design of the weapon's modern amount, the Imperial Dreadnought Marmota, but a dearth of evidence was kept all speculation in the realm of conjecture. The biplane Isara. Yay, the plane! Built according to design notes left by Isar's father, Thymer, this 5-inch bi-winged 2-motored plane is comprised of a 4-cockpit horizontal wings and tail and a vertical rudder. Isara expanded the cockpit to C2 in order to allow Rudder Welkin to join her. Engines originally used in armored vehicles, but subsequently discarded by the Gallian army, were repurposed to turn the plane's twin propellers. Though aeronautics research began across Europe shortly before EV2, Gallia was not among its pioneers, so the sight of an airplane remains a rare treat. And that, I think, is it. You can look at all the statistics. Most of all of the maps are ace. I have to go change that. And we could listen to all the music if we want to. Yep. Just... Okay, let's not listen to the song, actually. But yeah, that's it. Sorry that it's such a short one today. We did the final skirmish, and we read the updated lore and the new lore that we had. And that'll be it for today. That'll be it for Valkyria Chronicles. We will now end it. There will be no more Valkyria Chronicles. I will be back on Sunday with a new game. Since tomorrow I have the Pokemon TTRPG. So yeah, I'll be back on Sunday. But yeah, thanks to everybody who came by. Thank you, Chaos. Sorry that there was no sound when you were here, Chaos. And thank you, Wolfie, for coming by and telling me that there was no voice. This would have been real awkward if I read all of that and there was no voice for the entire section. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of the day, morning, evening, whatever is in your time zone. And yeah, I gotta go. I need to make sure I can rest up and be ready for all the other stuff I have to do today. Bye now!